They say imitation is the highest form of flattery, but nobody talks about the moment the imitation finally speaks. It happened on a night when the air felt too still. I was walking home, and I felt that familiar presence behind me. But this time, it wasn't a shadow. It wasn't a spirit. It was a person. A person who looked at me the way someone looks at a mirror they're trying to climb into. She stepped into the streetlight. Same hairstyle. Same walk. Same tone of voice. But her eyes were empty. Like she had memorized the performance but skipped the soul. She said, "I'm just trying to be like you." And something in me cracked open. Then another one appeared. And another. And another. People who had studied my mannerisms, my energy, my light. Trying to wear it like clothing that didn't fit their spirit. They weren't evil. They were lost. Trying to borrow a blueprint instead of building their own. One of them stepped forward. Her voice shook like she was confessing a crime. She said, "I thought if I copied you, I'd finally feel like somebody." And that's when I realized they weren't trying to steal my identity. They were trying to escape their own. Carl Jung said, "The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are." But most people never get that far. They get stuck in imitation. In comparison. In the fantasy of someone else's life. They try to wear another person's light because they don't trust their own. So I told them, Level 1, admire someone. Level 2, learn from them. Level 3, be inspired by them. Level 4, become yourself. Level 5, shine so bright that someone else tries to copy you. But you can't skip levels. You can't become someone else and call it growth. Then I asked the mimic a question that froze the whole street. If you weren't trying to be me, who would you be? She didn't answer. None of them did. Because they had never asked themselves that before. So I told them the truth, being me is hard. Being you is easier. But only if you stop running from who you are. Their faces shifted. Not in fear, but in recognition. Like they finally saw the person they were supposed to become. One by one, they stepped back. Their shoulders dropped. Their breathing softened. And the copies, the mimicry, the forced performances, they all fell away. Not because I pushed them. But because they finally realized their own identity was waiting for them to come home. And as they walked away, each in a different direction, I felt something shift in the air. Not lighter. Not darker. Just real. Because the night the mimic spoke was the night they finally heard themselves. Remember, you don't find yourself by copying someone else. You find yourself by listening to the voice you've been ignoring.